friends, this is part 2 to our Roses mini series and our minimalism series. And baby, look what we just created in the last episode. Stunning, still obsessed. Go check out that video. The link is below. But today we are making this diptych, a triptych, and baby, you are in for a treat. So this is a second installment in my minimalistic series. So it's like a series within the series, and in the previous video I used Arteza's Bordeaux Red to create some bolder sails and some really cool composition. And so I'm still learning this technique, and I told you all at the beginning of the year that I am going to use these leftover paints. So I'm doing one more. Every time I do one of these paintings, I learn something new. So all of my paints are mixed to a 2:1 ratio. That's floetrol to paint. To get more information, you'll have to go back and watch the last video, but all of my paints are mixed about the same, and this is the special gold that we're adding to the mix here. And I just got a delivery from Amazon. So you know I have used my big picture from Fluid Art Co. And I've used a cup, and I just went ahead and purchased a couple of measuring cups. So I'm really excited to try this out today, and look how cute it is. It's the small things in life. So that's a cup. And then we have some bigger ones that aren't as cute. JK. So we're going to use one of these today for our pour. So this little cutie here is 1.5 cups or 300 milliliters. And yeah, this is just so dainty and cutesy and mindful. So we're going to fill this baby up. And I want to see if this is going to give me better control for when I pour my paint, so I can, do this, and I have a dedicated spout, unlike my cup. Okay, I am going to coat my canvas with a thicker base than I have been in the previous videos. I just want to see if that's going to help with the flow. Okay, we're going to start with my base color. And next, don't have a lot of this left. Remember, this is a leftover pour. We're going to just... These paints have been sitting now more than a day, so I'm not going to scrape the cup because it might bring in some goobers. We don't want that. Here's my next color. And remember, each of these paints has Bordeaux red, but more white added to each color so that we can get that ombre or monochromatic effect. And here's my last color, which is a very pale pink. And y'all, I forgot my gold again. Gosh. I'm gonna add it in there. We'll see what happens. Yep, I'm just gonna add it in there on the top. No clue if this is gonna mess up everything. We will find out. And And here's the white. And we're going to cover this with our layered cup. It's messed up the whole experiment, but that is why we experiment. Okay, so that gold is hanging in there and floating a little bit on top. And here we go. I let the paint go much longer than I normally do because I've noticed that there's a lot of the last color, which is probably sunk to the bottom due to the weight of the satin enamels, and the bottom of these cups when I'm done. And I want to get that on the painting, and I'm hoping that we're going to see a difference in the center. Now, that gold really might have messed me up, but we will see. And you can see some of our cells are popping up here. There's a few in the center, but I wonder if they're going to have a hard time breaking through all the gold. So we'll just see. We're going to let this sit for a moment, and then we will torch. So it's been a few minutes and not getting a whole lot. But as I torch and eat crackers, I do get some cells popping up. Just trying to see if I can get some more cells to pop up here. Friends, this might be all we get. But you know what? That's okay. You live and you learn. In retrospect, looking back at the video, I do see that a lot more cells did pop up with my torching and me shaking the canvas on the table. So that actually did help. the gold that I wanted. I may not get a thing else, but got that gold. Okay, so this is really not that bad. And I don't think my gold messed up anything because bam. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. Working on a canvas that is not square. It is hard to really work the composition with this kind of pour. Okay. And I'm really excited because I think when we see this against our other paintings, that it will actually look very good. It's different enough and it has more gold than the others. And if you look, you can see the swirl that I was kind of going for in a very abstract way. Oh, I just took a look on my camera and it actually looks really good. And I got big sails that are not super wonky. Don't want them to be perfect. Those big boulder sails. And that is the shenanigans that went on in the middle that looks like some type of space alien, if you will. Let's get you in for the close-up. There's my gold, and you can see it's kind of floating on top, and I think that is because of the placement. But look at the ginormous boulders in our Red Sea. And you can see some depth in there in those dark, deep Bordeaux reds. And that center. And I really think what's going to make this piece is when you see it with the others. Okay, so are you ready for the journey? Here are all three pieces. So we start out with our first rose where we are seeing a lot more of the entire rose. And in that center part of the rose is painting number 2. And we're seeing the tiny layers, the microscopic layers. And then finally, number 3, we put the center of the second painting under a magnifying glass. And this is what the rose looks like under a huge magnifying glass. Y'all know I always have a story. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Fluid Art and Abstract Retreat. This is Maggie. We have to be really quiet because she's concentrating on this really beautiful cloud pour here.
I really like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, come paint with me in the beautiful Durham, North Carolina, affectionately known as the Bull City. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back with the 3rd annual Fluid Art and Abstract Retreat. I cannot wait to see you. I can't wait to hug you and love up on you. Yes, we are going to have a beautiful retreat where we relax, we paint, we unwind, we encourage, we uplift, we support each other, and there's a surprise every single day. We're going to have a great time. We're going to make some art. We have about 12 hours of instruction throughout the weekend. Treat yourself to a retreat of a lifetime. Booking information is below. April 10th through the 13th. So ladies and gentlemen, come make a memory of a lifetime. This incredibly affordable retreat will leave you speechless. There is a surprise around every corner, and I cannot wait to paint with you. All right, friends, we are at the Fluid Art and Abstract Retreat. Look what Sherry did, y'all. She's pretty excited. She don't want to touch it, so we're just gonna leave it here forever because she's like, if anybody touches it,
They die.
they die. We'll pour it up in a cup, so follow them on social. That's their shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Seattle, Washington at the Fluid Art Experience, and this was my Flash Boom Swipes class, and we want to tell you to do everything with love. Let